Hey guys, John Lee Dumas here, founder and host of EO Fire, and you're listening to Bravepreneur Parents Academy with Bolaji O.
Welcome to Bravepreneur Parents Academy, where the world's most inspiring entrepreneurs reveal their most defining childhood moments and share their legacy for raising brave little heroes who will grow up to change the world. And now, he still reads comic books under the blanket at bedtime. Please welcome your host, best-selling author, award-winning speaker, and self-confessed geek dad, Bolaji O. You know, like the hotel in Vegas? Yeah, no, that's really his name. Bolaji O.
Welcome to Bravepreneur Parents Academy, where the world's most inspiring entrepreneurs reveal their most defining childhood moments and share their legacy for raising brave little heroes who will grow up to change the world. I'm your host, Bolaji O, yes, like the hotel in Vegas, and this is episode 0. In this first episode, I'm going to start out with what the podcast is all about. Then I'll share a quick story. Then I'll describe the general format of the show that you can expect, followed by a little bit about your host, myself. Now, why would we have a show for entrepreneur parents? Well, here's the thing. If you aren't consciously and intentionally passing along your wisdom and creating that quality time with your kids every day, you're letting them get those life lessons from other sources outside the family, be it television, video games, or, heaven forbid, friends from school. For most of us, though, there's no manual for entrepreneurship. We thought we were prepared, and then we got thrown into the deep end and realized what we thought we knew, we had no idea. The funny thing is, parenting is often the same way. We read all the books, we get all the advice, and then once we start doing it for ourselves, all of that goes out of the window, and we realize, okay, it's game time. I got to put my big boy or big girl pants on and get this thing going. But as we combine entrepreneurship with parenthood, there's a secret. Every parent has a superpower. What's yours? And do your kids know it? Okay, so I've got to ask the question, bravepreneur. What is a bravepreneur? What is a bravepreneur? I think you always have to be a little bit different to become an entrepreneur. I mean, we entrepreneurs are wired a little bit differently, aren't we? We're bent on making a dent in the universe, on leaving an imprint on the world, on finding a path or making one. And as many of us become parents, we want to pass along that same hunger to learn, to grow, to make the world a better place. We want to pass that fire to our children. That's who Bravepreneur Academy is for. Let's admit it, you got to be a little bit crazy to decide to raise a new business while you're raising kids. Like you didn't already have enough to do. So if you're at that stage in your life, raising kids and raising a business, you, my friend, are a bravepreneur. Now, Bravepreneur Parents Academy isn't just for the entrepreneurs who are out to make a buck. It's more for the entrepreneurs who are out to change the world and who want their kids to grow up just as determined to make this world a better place. People may think Bravepreneur parents are crazy. Okay, they do think we're crazy. But I see genius in that crazy. I see boldness in that crazy. And if you're anything like me, you're raising crazy, genius, brave little heroes. And that's where I want to help. Here's how the Bravepreneur Parents podcast can help you. We're going to cover things most of us Bravepreneur parents struggle with as parents every day. As we grow our businesses, we get into this workaholic mode, don't we? Of working almost every waking hour. And we tell ourselves, don't we? I'm working 24/7 for my kids. I'm doing this for my family. I'm burning the candle at both ends so my family and my kids can have a better life than I did. But in reality, we might be denying them that better life by denying them ourselves. In reality, we might be working 24/7 because maybe we haven't figured out how to work smart first and work hard second. Maybe we haven't gotten a mentor in our industry. Maybe we haven't joined a mastermind in our industry. Maybe we don't have a fast lane business model. Or maybe, like Michael Gerber from the E-Myth said, we're working in our business instead of on our business. I mean, tell me if any of this is hitting home. Maybe we're workaholics because we've simply formed the bad habit of working all the time. I know I have. Maybe our unique selling proposition has us competing on price, instead of positioning us as an authority, as an educator and advocate. Maybe we're still in the phase of treating our business more as a hobby than a profession. Maybe even though we say, my family always comes first, maybe our time allocation actually tells a different story. So, if any of those are things that you've been struggling with, you're in the right place. We'll be talking to inspiring entrepreneurs, international best-selling authors, renowned child and family psychologists, mom and dad bloggers and podcasters, and maybe even the occasional kid superhero. Yes. Now, why don't we take a break and actually talk a little bit about me, Bolaji O, and my story. And let's talk about how that relates to the show. Okay, so I grew up in Nigeria, but I actually grew up on Marvel and DC comic books. Yes, those were big all across the world, even in Western Africa. My first business was probably at age 8 or 9. I took to making Spider-Man drawings and selling them for extra lunch money. Yes, so I had my own little comic book art empire at age 9. It was pretty cool. But really, the moment when I realized what I wanted to do in life is when my parents flew myself and my brother and sister all the way from Nigeria to Orlando, Florida for 3 days. They saved up every last penny they had to fly us to Disney World for 3 days. Can you say mind blown? When I saw what Walt and Roy Disney were able to build simply from their imagination, their creativity, their entrepreneurship, I was hooked. I knew right then that I was going to be an entrepreneur, despite what my parents had to say. By the way, we'll talk about that a little bit later. And I knew that I wanted to work with kids. I wanted to help kids realize their full potential. That's the day I discovered my superpower at age 10. So I went to college. I was able to come to the U.S. at age 17, went to college here in Atlanta, Georgia, graduated, got my MBA as well, worked in corporate America for about a decade and a half, had a wonderful career, but I always nurtured this passion for entrepreneurship. Well, when I became a parent, I finally got my big break. My wife told me, you know all those stories you've been telling the kids at bedtime, you need to start writing those down. I became a children's author. I'm now a 7-time best-selling children's author. And I've been able to use those books to pass along a lot of the life lessons from my childhood to my kids. And the kids of folks who are able to buy these books as well. It's been a blast these past few years, but Bravepreneur Parents Academy is taking all of that to the next level. You know, if I, a shy, introverted kid all the way from Africa, could come to the United States and get this opportunity, this amazing opportunity in the land of the free, the home of the brave, to be able to live out my dreams and to be able to help my children become the heroes that I know that they can be, I want to be able to help others to do that as well. Okay, so that's why I started Bravepreneur Parents Podcast. Let's talk a little bit about the show format. So we're going to be meeting every day, every 24 hours. I'm going to be bringing you another top-notch, world-class episode of the Bravepreneur Parents Academy. Every 24 hours, 7 days a week, coming to you live and direct, the world's most inspiring entrepreneurs. Are you ready? Are you ready? We're changing things, folks. We're changing the way things are done around here. So if you've been wanting to know how to raise your Clark Kent into Superman, or you're Diana Prince into Wonder Woman, right? If you've wanted to learn the biggest mistakes that we modern parents make without realizing it, right? If you want to discover how to unleash your child's inner strength, help them identify their unique superpowers all before bedtime, you are exactly where you need to be. We're covering everything, my friend. Bullying, self-confidence, discipline, team sports, peer pressure, discrimination, child entrepreneurship, sibling rivalry, and more, and more. Okay, so I think I've given you guys a healthy dose of what the Bravepreneurs Parents Academy is going to be about. So let's go ahead and close this episode out so you can prepare for the next 24 hours. So as we close, remember, Bravepreneurs, every parent has a superpower. What's yours? And do your kids know it? Be sure to subscribe in iTunes so you don't miss the daily goodness we have coming your way. And until next time, this is Bolaji O from Bravepreneur Parents Academy saying up, up, and away!
Fear not, although this chapter of Bravepreneur Parents Academy has come to its conclusion, we have many more adventures for you and your brave little heroes. Head over to bravequest.me for access to the Brave Quest Journal, an interactive activity playbook that rewards your little ones with points for accomplishing tasks that build character and unleash your child's inner superhero all before bedtime. We look forward to having you join us for more adventures next time on Bravepreneur Parents Academy.